So we, you know, if anybody has these ice scratchers here on, these Skidoo ice scratchers on their rails, they're expensive and cheap because they end up wearing pretty quick. And basically you're screwed once they're worn. You need to buy a new spring, and they don't sell the springs. You got to buy the whole kit again. So we came up with some ideas to see if we can, you know, elongate, if you will, the life of these things. And our initial idea was to use a stud and a little tube, a little pipe tube, and we had welded it. And we figured that this would, you know, you'd be a carbide tip, and this could last a long time, and I could replace the tips. The idea looked like it was brilliant. The only problem is when you weld spring material, you weaken it. So these things immediately snap, basically. So that was a stupid idea. So we went to version 2, and I'll show you what version 2 looks like. So version 2 basically is, I used a 3/16 cable attachment that you use to crimp two cables together. And what I did basically is I took, I drilled the 1 1/4 inch, and I used a 1/4 inch bolt, stuck it in there, slid it over the spring, and I just tacked it lightly onto the bolt to keep it there, but not to heat it up too much. And that's proven to be pretty good, actually. It is taking a beating a bit on the aluminum here, but you can see here this thing was much longer when it started. It's wearing. The thing is, once this thing wears enough, I could easily replace this. So this isn't bad an idea, but I came up with another plan, and I'll show you that. The other plan is, since the aluminum was getting eaten up quite a bit, I took 4 1/4 inch bolts, or nuts actually, welded them all together, and I welded a 1/4 inch bolt to it and slided this onto the spring and tack welded that. I figured that depending on which way I put this, let's say if this one here would go this way, I would tack weld it here, I would have metal here, and it would not wear as much. This turned out pretty good too. The only issue is I tried a standard bolt and I tried stainless steel bolt, and the stainless steel bolt actually busted. So now what I got to do, and the one that I showed you, the aluminum one, the aluminum cable tie one, I just actually lost one. So I'm going to modify the other side with one of these, and then this one here, I'm going to weld a new bolt on it. And all I do is I take these long, 4 inch, 1/4 inch bolts, I'll weld the bolt, cut the threaded area, cut the head of the bolt off, and I got some more steel to wear off. And heck, it's not the most glamorous setup, but at $100, and this is costing me basically nothing but, you know, bolts, and I'm getting another year at least out of these things. And if this continues on going well, I'll probably get another year out of it. So anyways, let me fix these things up, and I'll show you what they look like when they're done, and we'll go and install them. So I'm going to put on my welding glasses, and I'm going to weld this as straight as I can. Damn, I think I welded it crooked. Okay, well, these two are now ready. One's an over and one's an under. And it's just because I want it to match the other side there, but it doesn't really matter which way you put them on, I guess. But so this should last another, hopefully a little while before another one either busts off. But so far they've been lasting, so we'll go give these a try.